New York employer is set to save over $50 million in 2024 due to reduced workers' compensation assessment rate. And Schumer announces nearly $983,000 for Jamestown through the Inflation Reduction Act. Plus, the Jamestown PPU announces its Veterans Day schedules.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us on Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, James Hayes of Jamestown has been handed a 5-year prison sentence followed by 5 years of post-release supervision by Judge David Foley. This comes after Hayes was convicted of robbery in the second degree, a Class D felony. Hayes' arrest stems from an incident on July 31, 2023, in which he was charged with robbery in the first degree, a Class B violent felony, grand larceny in the second degree, a Class C felony, and menacing in the second degree, a Class A misdemeanor. The charges were filed by the Jamestown Police Department following a robbery at a Quickville store on Fluvanna Avenue, during which Hayes allegedly brandished what appeared to be a handgun while confronting the store clerk. In a subsequent plea agreement, Hayes pled guilty to the reduced charge of robbery in the second degree in September. Well, in other news, on the evening of November 1st, 2023, at approximately 11 p.m., officers from the Jamestown Police Department's 3rd Platoon were dispatched to a residence on the south side of Jamestown in response to a report of an unwanted person. Upon arrival, officers discovered that the victim had an active order of protection against the accused, Matthew J. Settlemyer. Despite the order of protection, Settlemyer was found inside the victim's residence at the time of the police response. Without any incident during the arrest, officers took Settlemyer into custody. He was subsequently transported to the city jail. Settlemyer now faces charges of criminal contempt in the first degree in connection with the violation of the stay-away order. As of the latest update, he is being held in custody pending his arraignment in Jamestown City Court. Well, in other news, in the early hours of November 1st, law enforcement authorities swiftly responded to a disturbance call on Kurt Road in the town of Hanover in Chautauqua County. Deputies from the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, in conjunction with New York State troopers, were dispatched to address the situation. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that Robert K. Shoemaker, a 44-year-old male from Forestville, New York, had allegedly threatened to cause physical harm to another person. Shoemaker was taken into custody without incident and subsequently charged with aggravated harassment in the second degree. Following his arrest, Shoemaker was transported to the Hanover substation for processing. He was later moved to the Chautauqua County Jail for arraignment. Well, in other news, Niagara County District Attorney Brian D. Seaman announced that an indictment was unsealed in Niagara County Court charging Alexander Bryant, 19 years old, of Niagara Falls, in 2 separate sexual assaults. Bryant is charged with 2 counts of predatory sexual assault, first-degree rape, and first-degree criminal sexual act for an assault that occurred on September 19th of this year in Niagara Falls. The predatory sexual assault charges allege that Bryant used a firearm in the commission of the sexual assaults. Bryant is also charged with the crimes of predatory sexual assault and criminal sexual act in the first and second degree for an assault against a juvenile occurring on October 6th, also in the Falls. In this instance, Bryant is again charged with using a firearm in the commission of the crimes. Bryant is charged with an additional count of predatory sexual assault because the assaults were against separate victims. Finally, Bryant is charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree. When police took the defendant into custody, he was in possession of a loaded 9mm semi-automatic pistol. The indictment is the culmination of a short but intense investigation by the Niagara Falls Police Department after receiving reports of the 2 assaults with shared characteristics. The defendant appeared in county court, where he was arraigned by County Court Judge John J. Ottaviano. Ottaviano remanded the defendant to Niagara County Jail without the possibility of bail. A further court date was scheduled for November 20th. The charges carry a possible maximum combined sentence of 90 years to life. A charge is merely an accusation, and the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. As WNY News Now continues, New York employers set to save over $50 million in 2024 due to reduced workers' compensation assessment rate. And later, Schumer announces nearly $983,000 for Jamestown through the Inflation Reduction Act. Stay with us as WNY News Now. We'll be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
New York employers will see a positive impact on their bottom line in 2024, with projected savings exceeding $50 million thanks to a reduction in the annual workers' compensation assessment rate. This cost-cutting measure, set to take effect on January 1, 2024, was recently announced by the New York State Workers' Compensation Board. Employers in the state are required to pay this annual assessment, which supports the New York State's workers' compensation system, a crucial safety net for workers who sustain injuries or fall ill due to their job. Simultaneously, it shields employers from costly lawsuits, ensuring a balanced approach to worker safety and business operations. The decrease in the assessment rate, heralded by New York Governor Kathy Hochul, couldn't come at a better time for employers who have been grappling with the challenges posed by rising costs and inflation. Governor Hochul emphasized the significant relief this measure would provide to small businesses, underscoring the essential role they play in the state's economy. She stated, "Our small business community provides critical jobs, drives our local economy, and makes neighborhoods across the state more vibrant and dynamic. My administration remains committed to making New York the most business-friendly and worker-friendly state in the nation by maintaining vital benefits like workers' compensation while helping businesses keep costs down." The assessment rate for New York employers is set annually by the chair of the New York State Workers' Compensation Board. The rate for 2024 is established by November 1st of each year and takes effect on January 1st of the following calendar year. In the upcoming year, this rate will amount to 9.2% of the standard premium or premium equivalent. This represents a significant 6% decrease from the 2023 rate, resulting in expected savings of approximately $53 million for New York State businesses. Workers' Compensation Board Chair Clarissa Rodriguez expressed the board's commitment to supporting both businesses and their employees. In addition to lowering costs for employers, the board recently announced an increase in minimum benefits for employees, striving to create a workers' compensation system that is more favorable for both workers and businesses. The assessment rates are primarily determined by the Workers' Compensation Board's financial requirements and budgeted statewide premium. The rate is calculated by dividing the board's total estimated annual expenses by a base of the total estimated statewide premium. Insurance companies operating in the state are obligated to apply the assessment rate to their premium or premium equivalent. For further details about the 2024 assessment rate and other information relevant to employers regarding workers' compensation, you can visit the New York State Workers' Compensation Board's website at wcb.ny.gov. Well, in other news, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Charles E. Schumer, in a recent announcement, disclosed that nearly $983,000 in federal funding from the Environmental Protection Agency's Environmental Justice Government-to-Government program will be allocated to support the city of Jamestown's endeavors to bolster energy-efficient housing in underserved communities. Schumer attributed the availability of this funding to the historic investments secured through the Inflation Reduction Act, a pivotal piece of legislation aimed at addressing environmental justice concerns. The primary objective of this funding is to empower Jamestown in its mission to ensure that underserved communities gain access to energy-efficient, upgraded housing. By doing so, residents will witness a reduction in their energy costs while the city contributes to the broader fight against climate change. Senator Schumer expressed his enthusiasm for this development, stating, "More energy-efficient housing and lower utility costs will soon be heading to homes across Jamestown thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. When I led the Inflation Reduction Act to passage, promoting clean energy for communities in Jamestown and across Western New York were at the top of my mind. I am proud to help deliver this major federal investment to power upstate New York's clean energy future. Investments like these are a blueprint for how we can lower costs for families, all while fighting climate change and making our neighborhoods cleaner for all. Jamestown, you'll be saying home sweet home soon, with more modern energy-efficient homes in neighborhoods that need it most." The significance of this funding was echoed by City of Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist, who emphasized the substantial benefits this initiative would provide to the city's most vulnerable and disadvantaged residents. He highlighted that the alternative energy upgrades offered through this program will serve as a valuable starting point in Jamestown's ongoing efforts to achieve environmental justice. These upgraded weatherized homes will be made available through a non-traditional home buyers program, which will not only lead to increased neighborhood renewal, but also yield measurable results from both a public health and environmental perspective. The allocation of funds will be directed toward Jamestown's Retooling Homes for Improved Air Quality initiative. The city will work in collaboration with community-based nonprofit organizations to enhance the air quality of homes by reducing indoor toxins and pollutants, alleviating energy burdens, and mitigating energy loss in homes located in underserved neighborhoods. These partnerships will facilitate energy efficiency audits in these communities and enable the development of plans for energy-efficient upgrades to reduce costs for residents. Key project partners include Jamestown's Department of Development, Jamestown Urban Renewal Agency, Jamestown Board of Public Utilities, Chautauqua Home Rehabilitation and Improvement Corporation, and Healthy at Home CHQ. Schumer emphasized that he championed the Inflation Reduction Act through Congress, the largest climate investment in U.S. history. He ensured that a substantial portion of the funding was designated for environmental justice initiatives. This commitment aimed to uplift community-based organizations focused on public health and environmental impacts, promote environmental equity, and guarantee that communities across the country could reside in a cleaner and healthier environment. As part of the IRA, the EPA granted over $128 million for environmental justice projects in communities nationwide. Additionally, Schumer recently secured over $17 million in Department of Energy funding through his bipartisan infrastructure law. This funding will enable the Jamestown Board of Public Utilities to establish a new microgrid system, enhancing Jamestown's electric infrastructure to mitigate power outages and provide electricity for public services, schools, hospitals, and more during emergency situations such as snowstorms. The Environmental Justice Government-to-Government program, which facilitated this funding, offers support at the state, local, territorial, and tribal levels to promote government activities leading to measurable environmental or public health improvements in communities disproportionately affected by environmental harms. This program strengthens the EPA's partnerships with state, local, territorial, and tribal governments, maximizing federal investment in local communities and better preparing them to address future environmental challenges. Well, in other news, in honor of Veterans Day, the Jamestown Board of Public Utilities, the BPU, has announced its operating schedules and office closures for the upcoming holiday. On Friday, November 10th, BPU offices will remain closed, resuming regular business hours on Monday, November 13th at 9 a.m. During the week of November 6th through the 10th, garbage and recycling collection will continue as scheduled. This week's designated recyclable material is paper, so residents are encouraged to participate in the recycling program. For those with yard waste disposal needs, the BPU yard waste site will be open from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, November 11th. This will be the final opportunity of the year to utilize this service. Customers should be aware of convenient payment options available. BPU bills can be paid online using credit cards, debit cards, or e-checks by visiting the official BPU website at www.jamestownbpu.com and clicking on the blue My Account button. Additionally, phone payments are accepted by calling 716-661-1660, extension 3. If you prefer to make payments in person, drop-off boxes are available at several locations for your convenience. You can leave payments at the customer service office parking lot along the D driveway at 92 Steel Street, inside the Jamestown Police Department's vestibule on East 2nd Street side of City Hall, and outside the 3rd Street entrance of City Hall on Tracy Plaza. Payments made through drop boxes should be in the form of a check or money order. In case of trouble or emergencies in any BPU division after regular business hours, customers are encouraged to contact the BPU at 716-661-1640. This number is dedicated to addressing reports of trouble and ensuring the swift resolution of any issues. As Veterans Day approaches, residents are reminded to take note of these scheduling changes to avoid any inconvenience. The BPU remains dedicated to honoring our veterans while maintaining the essential services upon which the community relies. Well, coming up next, New York launches Digital Fresh Connect program to enhance access to local farm products. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and every day. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Yesterday was the final I Love New York fall foliage update for New York State, which pretty much shows that most of New York State outside of a little part of the Finger Lakes region and Long Island is now at that past peak point, including the southern tier, which means that the leaves have changed from those orange, yellow, and red colors pretty much to a dark orange brown color, or they have completely fallen off the trees. And again, this is the last update for the fall 2023 season, which means winter weather is on the way. And we had our first taste of winter weather with a couple inches of snow just a couple of days ago, but before winter weather really starts to kick into high gear, now is the time to make sure you have a winter weather emergency supply kit, both for your home and your car as well. In an emergency supply kit, you'll want to include non-perishable foods and bottled water, have flashlights with extra batteries. If you're going to be traveling, make sure your cell phone is fully charged. Carry a pair of boots with you in your car. Make sure you have extra blankets and clothes both at home and in the car to keep yourself warm. If the power goes out or you get stranded in your car, have a first aid kit with any prescription medication you may need in your car. Make sure you're carrying shovels and snow brushes, and have a NOAA weather radio as well. NOAA weather radio provides weather updates for the National Weather Service, and that runs 24 hours, 7 days a week. And also keep your car at least at a half a tank of gas or more at all times when you're traveling during winter weather. So if you do get stuck in your car and it might take some time for rescuers to come rescue you, you can warm up your car running the engine at 10 minutes within an hour, but make sure you clear your car of any snow to prevent the buildup of carbon monoxide. Now is the time to make sure you have an emergency weather kit, not when the snow really starts to fly in and then you really need one. Now is the time to get prepared. Almanac for today made it to a high of 36 degrees yesterday in the city of Jamestown. Our low was 28. The records for today: 76 set back in 1950. The record low 21 set back in 2010. Future scan through the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow. High pressure building in the region will keep us dry over the next 24 hours with partly cloudy skies tonight. Tomorrow looking like a nice day out there, a little bit warmer as well, with partly to mostly sunny skies throughout the day tomorrow. A weak cold front will begin to drop through the region later tomorrow night and into the early day of Saturday. It is a very moisture starved cold front, so not much moisture associated with it. Maybe an isolated shower Friday night and Saturday, and then Saturday is looking mainly dry outside of that isolated shower chance, although it will be rather on the cloudy side on Saturday. So your forecast for tomorrow: partly to mostly sunny skies. A south wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour will boost those temperatures up into the mid to upper 50s, but also create for breezy conditions with wind gusts tomorrow as high as 20 to 30 miles per hour. The rest of that 7-day outlook from Ultimate Solutions. So outside of that isolated shower chance Friday into Saturday, the next couple of days should be mainly dry. We'll watch for another more impactful system early next week, which could bring more rain showers into the region. Temperatures over the next few days into the weekend generally in the low to mid 50s. We stay in the low to mid 50s into early next week before we cool off by the middle of next week and bring in a return chance for mixed rain and snow showers.
Andrew, thank you. Well, Governor Kathy Hochul unveiled the Digital Fresh Connect pilot program, a pioneering initiative designed to improve consumer access to local farm products and simplify the process of utilizing SNAP benefits. Launched on October 28th at the Broome County Regional Farmers Market, this program provides eligible New Yorkers with a digital means to purchase SNAP-eligible farm products directly from farmers, enhancing convenience and efficiency. The Digital Fresh Connect pilot program is an efficient way to reach more consumers and make it easier to use SNAP benefits to buy fresh, local food from our farmers, Governor Hochul stated. What's even better is that this new digital option also makes it easier and more convenient for our farmers to participate in the program. Building on the improvements we just made to the Fresh Connect program by increasing the amount of food that eligible New Yorkers could purchase with their SNAP dollars, this pilot program will encourage more SNAP participants to take advantage of the program and to visit our farmers markets to purchase fresh fruits, vegetables, and so many more New York farm products. The pilot program introduces several notable features that benefit both consumers and farmers. SNAP recipients can have Fresh Connect currency loaded onto their digital accounts by market managers with a cap of $50 per card holder per day, consistent with the Fresh Connect program and the Fresh Connect Fresh to You initiative. The digital option allows consumers to make purchases in any increment, offering greater flexibility compared to the $2 increments of physical Fresh Connect coupons. Using a QR code, consumers can automatically deduct their purchases from their digital accounts, further streamlining the shopping process. Additionally, the new app modernizes the redemption process for farmers, eliminating the need for physical coupons and ensuring they receive payments more quickly. The pilot program is currently available to SNAP consumers at the Broome County Regional Farmers Market and may expand to other farmers markets accepting Fresh Connect. In conjunction with the pilot program, the Fresh Connect Fresh to You initiative has increased the coupon capacity for SNAP participants at farmers markets. The initiative, which began in April, raised the annual coupon capacity to 750,000, a substantial increase from the 293,800 available in 2022, and expanded the number of participating farmers markets to 52, up from 47 in the previous year. Coupons remain available for eligible New Yorkers at indoor farmers markets. This expansion was partially made possible through modifications to the Fresh Connect program in response to the end of the COVID-19 pandemic federal relief funding. Eligible New Yorkers can now receive a dollar-for-dollar match of up to $50 per day at participating farmers markets, allowing families to purchase more fresh food, including produce, dairy, and meats. Previously, the program provided $2 for every $5 in SNAP dollars spent. The Department of Agriculture and Markets also significantly increased the number of Fresh Connect checks issued to veterans, service members, and immediate family members of veterans or service members, providing $50 worth of coupons this year, up from $20 in previous years. New York State Agriculture Commissioner Richard A. Ball expressed optimism about the digital pilot program, stating, "By providing the option for our families to digitally purchase local products, we hope we're making it easier for them to use their benefits at the farmers market and encourage additional purchasing of local farm products, fruits, vegetables, meats, and dairies." Buying fresh, healthy options will not only boost nutrition for our consumers, but it will also provide an economic boost to our farmers, who will also find the program easier to navigate with this digital component. The pilot program is a win-win, and we look forward to its success. Beth Roberts, Executive Director of Cornell Cooperative Extension of Broome County, applauded the initiative's commitment to supporting both the agricultural community and vulnerable populations, emphasizing the importance of investing in local communities to address food insecurity and support local farms. State Senator Leah Webb underscored the significance of making it more convenient for families to access fresh, locally produced food and highlighted the program's benefits for farmers. Assemblymember Donna Lepardo praised the modernization of the coupon system, noting that the Digital Fresh Connect program benefits consumers, making it easier for them to utilize SNAP benefits for farm products while also facilitating farmer participation. She expressed gratitude to Governor Hochul for her continued support of the Fresh Connect Fresh to You initiative, which has significantly increased access to locally grown nutritious food in New York. The Digital Fresh Connect pilot program represents a significant step forward towards enhancing accessibility to fresh, locally produced food for those in need, while also simplifying the process for farmers, fostering economic growth, and promoting healthier eating options for New Yorkers. Well, coming up next, El Greco, a legacy of quality manufacturing in Jamestown.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
WNY News Now continues with segment 350, which highlights local manufacturers about to celebrate 50 years of operation in the Jamestown area. Today's segment will be focused on El Greco, a manufacturer with a long-standing history of excellence in Jamestown, New York. El Greco, a manufacturing company with a reputation for exceptional craftsmanship and safety, proudly operates two factories in Jamestown, New York. Founded in 1975 by George Theophylactides, a Greek immigrant, the company is now led by the second generation of the Theophylactides family, represented by Alexis Singleton, Lazarus Theophylactides, and Dimitri Theophylactides. George and Kathy Theophylactides, the company's founders, remain actively involved in the business, maintaining a hands-on management style that encompasses all aspects of production and design in their factories. The company's commitment to quality and attention to detail is evident in its reputation for finely crafted products. Remarkably, El Greco has never had a product recall in its 49 years in business. This achievement reflects their unwavering dedication to product safety, as Alexis Singleton emphasized.
We're very serious about quality and compliance. We have very well-established processes, and we follow them closely. We have a great team of people who helps to ensure that those things are adhered to. And we try to design out the opportunities for hazards. So we are able to kind of stay above that. We're trying very hard to please people. We hope that they're as delighted as they can be when they open that box. And we make them for our own kids, we make them for ourselves, and hopefully other people like them too. It's kind of like cooking, right? You make it the way you think it should be, and hopefully whoever else comes to the table appreciates it as well, enjoys it.
And I mean, with baby cribs especially, safety has to be number one.
Yeah, and there are a lot of considerations and regulations. So we don't have a lot of competition in the U.S. because our regulations have become quite stringent over the past decade. And so a lot of competitors just put up their arms and kind of said, we're out. And so most of our competition is foreign, which makes it quite difficult because, of course, their prices are going to be a lot lower. But you get what you pay for.
El Greco consistently garners top ratings, holding an A+ rating by Baby Bargains and earning recognition for producing the best crib made in the USA. Their range of baby and children's bedroom furniture not only meets but exceeds the latest CPSIA and CPSC requirements, as well as the voluntary standards of ASTM. To ensure compliance, the company submits its products to third-party independent laboratory testing using internationally accredited labs. Along with rigorous internal regulations, this commitment to safety sets El Greco apart from many competitors in the U.S. market, some of whom have exited due to their inability to meet these stringent standards. El Greco's approach is underpinned by the belief that every product they create is one they would build for their own family. When it comes to their employment philosophy, Alexis Singleton emphasizes job stability.
Yeah, and that's my job, is to make sure that there are 40 hours of work every week for every employee every year. It's a contract, right? It's a deal. I am looking for someone to come and be somebody I can count on. They got to be able to count on us. And as I say, our role is to keep the work steady, to keep it there, and not to jerk people around. There's plenty of opportunity, and we can work with our customers to steady the flow and make things reasonable, like productive, but reasonable, so that we're not all like piling on and chasing a big contract and then standing around going, okay, who are we going to lay off this week? We don't lay people off. It's just not the nature of our business. It's not the model that we choose to follow.
This commitment to job stability and fair employment practices contributes to El Greco's reputation as a reliable and responsible employer with a steady workforce and a commitment to not laying off employees. El Greco's product range extends beyond baby cribs to include bunk beds, trundle beds, bookcases, and more. The company maintains control over all aspects of production, from milling to shipping, ensuring a streamlined and high-quality manufacturing process. El Greco's products are exclusively available at Room and Board, where online reviews consistently reflect customer satisfaction with their purchases. Customers praise the company's dedication to precision and craftsmanship, often describing their products as the best crib I've ever had and outstanding furniture for children. While our visit to El Greco allowed us to witness their post-production operations, we look forward to returning during the production process to provide further insight into this remarkable local business. As we continue our 350 series, El Greco exemplifies the dedication to quality, safety, and reliability that has allowed them to thrive for half a century in the Jamestown area. El Greco's journey is a testament to the success that can be achieved through unwavering commitment to excellence and a strong sense of responsibility to both their customers and employees. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at Channel716.com. Thank you for watching.